What's up, Gunplum Modelers? This is Strider Prime bringing you a new edition of Gundam Models, and today I'm going to build this guy. The 144 scale high grade Gundam Vidar from the Iron-Blood Orphans animated series. Okay, so this is pretty much the coolest bad guy mobile suit that has been introduced in the IBO line, and one of the most uniquest, because even though we've seen our fair share of mobile suits that had, swords, bats, hammers, pretty much, unique weaponry from every type of weapon set, you could say. This is the first time I've seen a rapier as a weapon. I've seen rapiers on mobile suits before, like of course the Gaian, and I think there was another mobile suit that's escaping me from HG Gundam. I could be wrong, could be right, whatever. But this one is really nice since it has a stabbing weapon instead of a slicing or bashing weapon. Sure, the katana that was used on the Barbatos had the capability of stabbing, but this one's more precise, and it's a weapon that, of course, this mobile suit can use over and over because it has replacement weaponry here. It kind of reminds me of the actual, the replacement blades that was on the soldiers from Attack on Titan's animated series. And I wouldn't be surprised if somebody would take this mobile suit and convert it into that, into that character. But this is really nice, and we all know who this guy is. This is pretty much the guy who, well, let's just say, got killed on the Camaris and ready to take on McGillis. Now, already we are aware that the series has shown this mobile suit in action, but not to go up against, hasn't gone up against some of the major characters. Right now, it just went up against low-level grunts from other groups, and we've seen it in action. It's kind of cool, but I would like to see it. Hopefully, but as the series progresses, we'll see it in action more heavily and see how unique it is in battle. But for now, we're going to be building this kit, which I got from Gundam Planet. A good price range on this. I think it says here this is 1,200 yen, about around 15 bucks, you could say, here in the States. But of course, if you order it, it's like around $11. I am really digging how it's blue and black patterns are on this. And the sword. It has, let's see here, let me read this. The rifle can be mounted on the side armor. So there's a rifle on this, which I haven't seen in the anime. Enjoy creating impressive poses by using its whole body structure. The blade and handle of the burst saber, it's called the burst saber, can be separate. The handle can be mounted on the side armor, 2 wrist parts. So it has parts forming hands, one for like holding and the other one for like stabbing. And there's some other features here, like this. Okay, there's a rifle, 2 handguns are also included. Yeah, I'm glad that now the new IBO kits is in English now. And let's see here, some customizations. You can actually customize this with other kits, other weapon parts from other kits as well, which I haven't gotten yet, but that's alright. Nice kit as well. But so this is just going to be a straight build. I'm not going to paint this. It's going to be just a regular straight build, because I really want to paint the 1/100 scale when I get my hands on this. But for now, let's build it and see how it looks. So let's open this up. Let's see what we have to work with here. Let's see here. So we have the rifle here. We have the blue parts. We have the shoulder there, forearm. I wonder if the forearm suffers the same problem as the lupus. Here's the part of the sword, the head, right part there, and then I see, interestingly enough, you get these 3 parts for the sabers, but you only have 1 to be exposed. So clearly, You're not going to separate each and every one of these. You see the unique hand there for this. Now I said that there's blue and black, and I see charcoal for the inner frame. Obviously, yeah, this is pretty much the inner frame of the regular Gundam. And I see the pistols right there, which looks really nice. Portions of the legs, the shoulders, all that fun stuff. Then here's the manual. And it says here, the true identity of the masked man who has the same name as the machine is not known, not even Locke and Juliet, who both fought alongside him in the battlefield as members of our outer lunar orbital joint fleet, know his past, so they don't know him, but we all do. Vidar is a machine of the Gundam frame that was improved and adjusted by the outer lunar orbit joint fleet under the orders of... Okay, so there's a lot of information here. I'm not going to read the whole thing. You guys can read it, of course. And let's see here. I see that you utilize all the parts here, except there's a few polycaps that's not used. And then, like previous builds, you assemble the torso, then the torso armor, then the head, and the shoulders, and from the shoulders, arms, and then you repeat itself again, connect the head, shoulders. I'm starting to notice a new pattern now that lately in the newer kits, they're making you assemble first the torso, then the head, then the arms, then assemble it. Not wait until later, just assemble it right then and there so you can get half of it done. Then you got the legs. I do love that thruster that's in front of it on the knee area. That's really cool. But yeah, this is basically the inner torso or inner frame of the Gundam Barbatos Lupus, and then you have the armor parts with that thruster, and then the feet, and then you go from the waist unit. Very few parts makes up the waist unit, and then of course the unique burst sword holder, so you can hold them. I love the fact that not only it's in English, but it even tells you where to cut in specific areas. It's actually really nice that they did that here. And then you assemble the whole thing. Then you assemble the backpack, followed by the rifle, where the rifle is placed, the pistols, how to place the pistols, and then how to assemble the burst sword, and then where to connect it so you can reload. And then it has this unique kick-up feature, which I don't remember seeing it in the anime. It must have happened so fast I don't remember it. It doesn't register. And then, of course, here's more information of the Vidar on what it could do, the color guide if you want to paint it, and what you could do with it with the option parts. So, yeah, the Vidar is really cool, really badass, and I can't wait to build it. This is going to be a straight build, so we're going to do this step by step, take a look at each and every part, and see how this kit will look like. So, let me stop yapping, and let me start building Gundam Vidar High Grade. So now we're going to work on the Vidar, starting with the torso and the head of this kit. Again, this is strictly identical to the original IBO Gundam Barbatos Lupus. So you'll notice a few parts are identical from that kit, especially the inner frame. So you put that there. You put this guy here, like so. Make sure it's all the way in on this. Once that's done, take the polycap ball on this, put this here, And the back, put this one here as well. That completes that. And then, of course, you take this part, which I've already put the stickers on this, which, yeah, I know, it's not something I would normally do, but we're just doing a straight build. I reserve the painting for the bigger kit when I get my hands on that. So once I do that, you stick it around like that, and then you stick the polycap that represents the neck. And ooh, make sure this thing is pushed in all the way. There's no one stipulation about this. I never did like how this is. It moves left and right, but it doesn't want to go all the way. And let's see if I can. I think that's good. Alright, that completes that. Now for the head, I already put on the pinky eyes, as you can see there. And then you take this, you put this one through here, take this, close that through there, then you put the crest on, like so, and then the blue V-fin goes like that. I think that's it, right? Yeah, because it sticks up like that. A weird shape. Oh wow, just noticed that the sticker just peeled off a bit. Let me see if I can re-peel it back on. Come on. Come on. There we go. May not be painted, but at least don't ruin it. And we might as well put this guy here to complete this. And there you go. The torso and head of the Vidar is complete. It's nice, really cool. Alright, let's now move on to the next part of the build. So the next part of the build will be the arms of the Vidar, high grade. Working on the shoulders right here. So take this part, put this through here, like so. And you put this one here, like so. Simple part to build for the Vidar. The one gripe thing I'm seeing here, and that's why I'm not painting it, is the fact that you have this seam line that goes right through the middle. Understandably, I can accept that. Maybe it would have been nice if this was an extra part here, but if you look at the actual kit, it's a seamless part of the arm. I don't know how the 1/100 scale will look like when I get that, but it's going to be a challenge for anybody who's going to, glue this, wait until it melts, and then sand it down to remove the seam line. That may not be an issue, because you could either do that, or you can get away with creating your own panel lining. The issue is this guy right here, because there's a seam line that goes right through here, and there's a trim design that goes like that. So this may be a challenge. Just a fair warning for those of you who are going to do this. Can't wait to see somebody actually tackle it. Maybe it's been done and I haven't bothered to look online. So now we're going to build these two parts here. This is the connector of the shoulder. And then we have this part that goes like here. This is, of course, synonymous with all the IBO parts, this unusual little part here. I should have built the inner frame, but that's alright. We've seen the inner frame of the Barbatos in many ways, so it's the same thing as all the other kits. Alright, so then we have these two parts that go here. There's a lot of trim design here for the umbilicals there, and the umbilicals here if you want to paint this. And then we have this part that goes right there for this. Then we have this part. Goes right through there. It has to be in this position. Let's just see if you can see that. Then we take this part, put that through here, and then put that through there. This not only completes the forearm, but also locks this part into place so it doesn't come off. Then, as you can see how this trim design looks like, it has to go like this through here. Then finally, we put the hands here, and this part. I kind of like. I actually like this forearm armor because it has like a blade type thing. So if it punches some, mobile suit, it has a bit of a stabbing effect there. Then we have this part that goes through there and snaps into place, and then we put that here. And there you go. The arms of Vidar are now complete. There are some stickers that goes onto this, and I'll put them on later. I didn't want to do it now, but I'll put them on later. Alright, so this completes the arms. Let's now move on to the next part of the build.